Hi Libra, this is going to be your September 2018 love reading. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is a general reading, so only take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. We already have the Wheel of Fortune coming out for you, so it's looking good so far. Most important messages for Libra, September 2018. What do Libras need to know? What do they need to hear? Alright guys, so your overall energy for the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune. How you feel about your person, we have the Death card. How you feel about the overall relationship, we have the Seven of Cups. Your challenge this month, we have the World. And the outcome of the month, we have the Four of Swords. For your person, their overall energy this month, we have the Magician. How they feel about you, we have the Nine of Wands. How they feel about their relationship overall, we have the Six of Swords. Their challenge this month, we have the Ten of Cups. And the outcome of the month is the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So what I feel for each of you is that I feel like you're both going through a transition point right now. And I feel like it's causing a lot of conflict for each of you individually. There's a lot of good things going on, but there's also a lot of challenging things going on. So you may find that you are feeling really good emotionally, like you're finally getting things together, you're finally feeling like you're in a good place. But then as soon as you get into that way of feeling, there's something that's conflicting. So it's like maybe one area of each of your lives are going really well and you're both really happy about it. But then there's like one thing that you just cannot ignore, that you know you're going to need to solve, whether this is like a emotional problem or a mental problem or maybe something that's going on externally. So it's kind of like I'm doing really good, feeling really good, but there's just that one little thing for each of you. There's just one little thing. So your overall energy for the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, I feel like things are really looking up for you. Things are really looking good. I feel like you're feeling good. Like maybe you have really decided what your outlook is for the rest of the year and you're really focused on it and you know what you're going for, and things for you are just really starting to fall in place. Whereas the past few months, maybe you felt like you couldn't really get what you wanted because there was some type of blockage or some type of resistance. I feel like this month you're able to move forward as you kind of just allow life to happen for you. Your person, their overall energy, we have the Magician. So I feel like they're also in a place where they're feeling really motivated. They're feeling like they can do anything they put their mind to. They're feeling really confident, like they've got all the tools in their tool bag to get the job done. So I feel like each of you are feeling really good. Now, as far as you guys are feeling about each other, you have the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay? But there's something about this person or your relationship with this person that needs to change, or something that is trying to change. What I really feel like is you've been doing a lot of internal changing and you've been internally really honing in on what it is that you want and what it is that's going to make you happy. And I feel like the relationship with this person needs to change or go through some type of transformation in order for this relationship to fit into your overall life vision. Like the way that things have been going with this person thus far, it's not going to be able to continue that way. Like something has to change. There's some aspect of that that needs to end. And I feel like you're starting to identify that. Whereas before you may have been like, oh yeah, like this person's great, they're amazing, they're wonderful. Now you kind of see some of their not so wonderful traits and you're like, okay, well, if we're going to continue, then things need to continue on in this way because that's what's going to be beneficial for me. For them, they see you as the Nine of Wands. So they see you as something that they've been working at, something that they have been, possibly kind of like acquiring is the word that I want to use. Like, I feel like they have been doing work as well in order to make things cohesive with you. Okay. I feel like in their mind, though you may not see it or you may not feel this, in their mind, they feel like the two of you have been making forward progress. Even if you guys really haven't been communicating a lot. Because I feel like with both of you guys, the work is more internal. Like, that's kind of what I was getting here. Like, you guys are having, I feel like you guys have very separate lives is what I feel. Like, you've each reached some type of, like, understanding about yourselves individually. And that is what this conflict is arising from. Because you understand something about yourself, you've come into some type of truth about yourself, or you've realized what you need to be happy. I feel like anything that conflicts with that kind of has to fall off to the wayside. And I feel like with this person, they've been doing so much internal work. And I feel like I'm like trying to put this together in a way that makes sense. Because I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. I just feel like they've been working really hard to be what it is that you want. Like, they know that the way things have been going are not right. Or that you don't accept that, or that you wouldn't want that. So it's like they've been trying to do the work. They've been trying to change. But they may fall short of what your expectations are, is what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe you're ready for the change. You're ready to move forward. Things in your life are moving forward. And things in their life are moving forward well, or at least they have the confidence to move forward, but they definitely feel like there is still more work. Okay, so I hope that whole spiel made sense, because it was coming through like really, really, really jumbled. So anyways, so for you, the way you feel about the connection, we have the Seven of Cups. So you have a lot of choices, right? Now that you're in a more elevated state, you have a lot of choices. You may have felt initially like, oh, this is the only person I could be with, but there may be other people appearing in your life that you're like, maybe that's someone I could be with as well. Or maybe I just want to focus more on work. Or maybe I just want to be solo right now. Like, I feel like you can kind of take things in any direction because life is really working for you right now. Things are really moving forward for you. So you've got options. You don't have to be with this person, okay? They may not be up to par with you right now. And you may be trying to decide, do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to keep waiting for them? Do I want to keep working on this? So I feel like that's kind of where you're at with the connection. You don't want to move forward unless you know that the two of you are moving forward on the same path. How they feel about the connection, they have the Six of Swords. So they also want to move forward to a more harmonious future with you. I feel like they feel confident that they can do it. But again, there might just be like a little bit of work to do. Obviously there is, because you're wanting change. And I feel like they've been working so hard that they might not have any more to give right now, though you're wanting change. They might not be able to give that change right now, because I feel like they're really preoccupied with something. Yeah, I feel like this person has a lot going on. Like they're kind of like balancing a lot of different things while trying to stay focused on whatever their specific goal is. And their challenge is the Ten of Cups. So even though they're emotionally in a better place, I feel like the challenge is finding abundance within this emotion. Like I feel like this person, they almost feel most proud of themselves when they're working and when they're achieving, but they don't ever realize that they can be proud of themselves emotionally. They can be fulfilled emotionally. They can feel abundant emotionally. And that's just as good as financial abundance, okay? So that's them realizing what true happiness is and living in that space. For you, the challenge is about letting things end this month, okay? The number of 9, I feel like the month of September in general is definitely a time of change, right? We start changing seasons. We start letting go of summer and start transitioning into fall. And that's kind of what's happening in your life right now. You're kind of letting go of everything that's happened this past year so far. And you're moving into a place where you're kind of looking forward now. It's like it's at crunch time now. We're at the end of the year. It's like, what do I need to accomplish for the rest of this year? What am I working towards for the rest of the year? And anything that is not going to be a part of that kind of just has to phase itself out. People that aren't going to be a part of that are just going to kind of phase themselves out. And it's just a cycle, right? It's just a season. So I feel like that's kind of what the challenge is for you, is understanding that if you are having conflict with something, it's okay to kind of let it go. Let it kind of phase itself out, and maybe those things will come back and maybe they won't. But you're going to feel less conflict if you kind of let things out that don't really feel like they need to be in your life anymore. Now, interesting end for this. For you, we have the Four of Swords, and for them, we have the Three of Swords. So, something at the end of the month leaves this person feeling kind of heartbroken, okay? And for you, you find yourself at the end of this month needing to take some time out for yourself, needing to really contemplate. I feel like needing to kind of reevaluate where you are as things are changing for you, as things are transforming for you. I feel like you're needing to just kind of replant yourself. Okay, I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for each of those. Okay, wow. All right, so we have the Judgment card clarifying the Four of Swords for you, and we have the Ten of Wands clarifying them. So yeah, like absolutely, you're just having to just completely let go of things. You're moving in, you're flying in to clearer skies, okay? Brighter days, brighter times. And what I feel like is this person, they may not, in the beginning of the month or mid-month, they may not be who you need them to be, but I feel like as you just kind of continue doing your thing and you continue moving on, it forces them to really take a hard look at themselves. And I feel like by the end of the month, they realize that they cannot go on any longer the way that they've been going on. There's something that really needs to change for them. I feel like they have like a very big awakening at the end of the month. I feel like as you kind of come into this greater awareness about yourself and greater awareness about your life, it causes this person to also come into greater awareness. But I feel like what they become aware of, it really puts them in a very different place. Like it makes them very much so aware of what they really need to work on. Wow. All right, so let's pull a Romance Angels card. One for you, one for them, and one for their relationship. All right, so for you, we have free yourself. For them, we have retreat. And for the relationship, we have let your friends help you. Very interesting. Okay, so for you, we have free yourself. And that's kind of what I'm gathering with this, with Wheel of Fortune, Death card, World, and then the Judgment card. You know, transformation is trying to happen in your life. Okay. I feel like life is trying to show you something. It's trying to get you to understand something or trying to bring you to a better place. And this Seven of Cups here, this kind of confused with all the choices, pick the choice where you feel most free, where you feel most light. I feel like what this month is asking you to do is asking you to pick yourself. It's asking you to choose yourself, to choose your emotions, your heart, what you want, and really stay true to that. What it says on the card is, it is time to take back control of your life. So if you're feeling out of control in any area, remember, you have all the choices. You can choose to be in control, okay? For them, they have retreat. It's time for them to disconnect from the world. This card here, the Six of Swords, this could be a card about traveling. They may need to go take a weekend to themselves, take some time to themselves, and really get clear on what it is that they want. Like I said here, I feel like what this Three of Swords, Ten of Swords is them coming into some type of super big realization. You know, Three of Swords is about a heartbreak. It's about pain. I feel like by you doing you and you choosing yourself, it causes them pain because, number one, they realize that they're not who they need to be for you. And they may not be who they need to be for themselves. And they may just need to go take some time out for themselves to go and figure out what it is, what that is. And then for the connection for both of you, we have let your friends help you. Ask and accept support from others. So don't keep this bottled in. And them as well. Maybe they need to go and have a little vacation with their friends and kind of just clear their head. For you, you know, connect with a girlfriend. Connect with someone who you really trust, you know. talk to people about what's going on with you and get people's honest advice. Like I said, you do have choices this month, and it might be good to kind of just run it over with someone just to kind of make sure that you're making the right decision or that you're making the right choice. So, very interesting reading. I feel like this is a month where the two of you are going to be getting very real with what it is that you both want, and very real with where you guys both are. And I feel like going into next month, you're going to even further know where you really stand and what you really want. And I feel like this month kind of needs to happen to give you guys both like the awareness. I feel like both of you guys are kind of getting on the same page this month so that you can move forward into October with more harmony. So I hope that this reading has helped you. I hope that it's given you some clarity and some guidance. If you would like to work with me, I will leave my information down below. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll also leave that information down below. I hope that you guys have a great month, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.